You will reap your harvest at just the right time.
Welcome to Motivational Mondays with your host, Red. I hope this uplifts, inspires, and transforms you to live better than best. Now, let's dive in.
The Bible tells us there are seasons in life. It says in Ecclesiastes 3:1 that there's a time for everything and a season for every action under the heavens. Between then and the now, or the now and the what's coming next, there is always a delay. This is irritating for most people to make a deposit or an investment or a plan and not have an instant come to fruition. I think of it as the microwave brisket idea. It's this idea of, in this microwave generation, a lot of us want the quality of a long 18-hour smoked brisket in the time frame of microwave, like 30 seconds or a minute or a couple minutes, and that's not the case. Like, you don't want microwave brisket. See, your success and the harvest that God has for you is not going to be overnight. It's not going to be instant. It's not going to be a microwave brisket. It's going to be a low and slow brisket that's going to come off falling apart, melting in your mouth. And that's the beauty, and that's the taste and see that the Lord is good, because that's the harvest God has for you. But so many people, they want that instant come to fruition. Fruit ripens slowly. Would you rather eat a vine-ripened tomato or one that has been picked green and then gassed to turn it red? There is no comparison between a vine-ripened tomato, which was allowed to grow slowly, and a tomato that was picked prematurely. If you pick too soon, you miss the flavor. Man, can we say that again? If you pick too soon, you miss the flavor. And I would say it a step further, is you miss the favor. Come on, somebody. In money management, you always reap in a different season than you sow. And by the way, not all fruit ripens at the same time. When you have a peach tree, they're not all going to ripen at once. Then they come in little by little. You pick a few a day. When you start planting and following God's money management principles, you're not going to get a windfall tomorrow. It's going to come over time. You're going to have to wait to reap in a different season. But while you're waiting, God is working. And that's how it works when you're sowing and you're reaping. Even though you don't see it now, that seed in the ground is growing. It's kind of like bamboo. They say that for the first X amount of years, I think it's 7, that bamboo's growing underground. And you don't see any results for those years. And then boom, out of nowhere, it shoots up sky high. But it's built that foundation. And I want to encourage you with this, friend, that when you're reaping and you're waiting for your harvest and it's taking time, understand that God's planting deep the roots. God is fixing the roots and the foundation of a generational wealth that's going to happen for you and your family. When you're waiting for the fulfillment of the effort or money or energy that you've put into something, you may think nothing is happening. Oh, but it's happening. While that seed is hidden in the ground, it's slowly germinating. And when that seed bursts with God's blessing on it, you will continue growing and growing. One day a little shoot will stick up out of the ground, and then you'll see that it's working. But until then, you need to trust God that it is working. You got to trust God in His timing for your harvest, friend. Even when you can't see the fruit of your labor, plants take time to grow. You take time to grow. Your business takes time to grow. There's no such thing as instant maturity. No farmer goes out, plants the seed in the ground, comes back an hour later, digs it up, and expects it to have grown. You've just got to let it be. Leave it covered and let God grow it in His time. So a few scriptures that I want to encourage you with in this short teaching I had for you today is Galatians 6:9, and it says, let's not get tired in doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. And then again at the top, I said Ecclesiastes 3:1, and it says, to everything there's a season, a time for every purpose under the heavens. Friend, you will reap your harvest in just the right time. When you're trying to grow this business, understand that it's not going to be an overnight success. You're not going to be getting rich overnight, and you don't want that, because fast fame fades faster than it started. Fast overnight success is more of a one-hit wonder. And I know you don't want your business and your life to be a one-hit wonder. when it comes to the end of your life, you want people to say one thing about you and your business and your success is faithfulness, longevity. And that's not going to come from wanting a flash in a pan. That's not going to come from wanting something quick and simple. I mean, yeah, it's simple, but it takes time. It takes hard work. It takes patience. If you really want to see your business go to the next level, you got to have patience and you got to stay consistent and you got to be willing to be planted to the process. Work the process, work the system that God has made for you and lined you with, and run with it. I'm starting to build this community of champions. I'm very passionate about motivating people in general to go after their dreams and go after all that God has for them. And I really want to see you succeed in all areas of your life, whether it's finance, family, fitness, your relationships. I want to see you succeed. Now, I'm praying for you. I love you. Hit that subscribe, hit that follow, comment below, join the Facebook group, do all the things. But most of all, be true to yourself and know that you will reap your harvest in just the right